Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. What if I told you that time isn't the enemy? That the stress, the urgency, the suffocating pressure you feel chasing the clock isn't a product of your schedule, but your relationship with time itself? Imagine waking up, not with a groan or a sense of dread, but with a sense of clarity. You're not racing against the hours. You're not already behind before your feet touch the floor. Instead, you move with intention. You breathe with purpose. And most importantly, you feel present in your life. Not just a spectator trapped in a blur of commitments. In a world where our calendars are jammed, our phones never stop buzzing, and our minds are constantly pulled into the future or shackled to the past, we have lost the most precious gift we were ever given. The present moment. Time is not something we need more of, it is something we need to reclaim. You see, the art of stopping time isn't about pausing clocks or escaping responsibility. It's about stepping out of the noise and chaos into the calm center of awareness. It's about mastering a new rhythm, one that lets you move through your day with grace rather than grind. It's about learning to live on your terms instead of being dragged by the tide of everyone else's expectations. This book isn't just a guide, it's a call to transformation. Within these pages lies a simple but radical truth. You can be busy and still be mindful. You can be productive and still be peaceful. You can live in this fast world and still walk through it slowly with wisdom and wonder. So, I invite you to take a breath right here, right now, and ask yourself, am I spending time or am I truly living it? Welcome to the art of stopping time. This isn't about managing your minutes. It's about reclaiming your life. The Art of Stopping Time, Part 1. The Invisible Prison of Time. Introduction. Why time slips through our fingers. We all feel it. That relentless ticking of the clock, always behind, always chasing. Pedram Shojai starts strong by calling out the invisible chains we all wear, not from work, but from how we experience time itself. This book isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about changing how you relate to time so it becomes your ally, not your enemy. Shojai, a former Taoist monk turned urban healer, doesn't preach from a mountaintop. Instead, he steps into the chaos with us, helping busy people create a mindful, grounded life using a powerful tool, 108 time-stopping practices, one per day. In this part, we dive into the foundation of that philosophy. Chapter 1. Time is a story you're telling yourself. Shojai opens with a mind-bending idea. Time is not real. It's perception. You might feel like you don't have time, but what you really lack is presence. We're addicted to speed, multitasking, and the illusion of productivity. Our nervous systems are overstimulated. We're not living as much as we are reacting. He compares our typical day to being on a hamster wheel, constantly moving, rarely questioning why we're doing what we're doing. Key practice. Stop and breathe, just one. Conscious breath in the middle of the chaos creates a crack in the illusion of time. He calls this a sacred pause, your first act of rebellion. Chapter 2. Your schedule is a sacred altar. This chapter hits hard. Shojai asks us to imagine our calendar, not as a list of things to do, but as a reflection of what we worship. Is your schedule filled with work, errands, and obligations? That's your current altar. Do you schedule your soul's work, your health, time with people you love? If not, your calendar may be betraying your deepest values. This chapter makes listeners squirm, but in a good way. It exposes how often we say yes out of fear, obligation, or habit. Key practice. The schedule audit. Take your current weekly calendar and mark in green the time spent nourishing your soul and red for draining, obligatory stuff. Shojai dares you to confront it. No judgment, just awareness. Chapter 3. The Myth of Multitasking. Here, Shojai blows the lid off one of modern life's biggest lies, that multitasking saves time. Neurologically, we don't multitask. We task switch, which costs more energy and time. Multitasking fragments our attention and leaves us feeling exhausted and empty. True power lies in monotasking, giving your full presence to one thing at a time. He calls multitasking a form of cognitive self-harm that damages relationships, work quality, and even our memory. Key practice. Single task. Ritual. Pick one task today, whether brushing your teeth, writing an email, or eating lunch. And do it with total presence, no phone, no thoughts about later, just now. This may seem small, but Shojai insists it's how you build a life of peace, moment by moment. Chapter 4. The Disease of Busyness. In this chapter, Shojai confronts the cultural addiction to busyness as a badge of honor. We say, "I'm so busy," as if it proves we matter. But busyness often hides emptiness, lack of purpose, lack of clarity, or fear of stillness. When you're always busy, there's no room to think, feel, or be. He introduces the Taoist idea of Wu Wei, effortless action. The goal isn't to do nothing, but to flow with life rather than fight it. Key practice. Space between events. Insert a 2-minute buffer between each major task or meeting in your day. Use it to breathe, stretch, center. This is how you reclaim your time, not with grand gestures, but tiny slices of consciousness. The Art of Stopping Time. Part 2. Mastering the Day, one moment at a time. Chapter 5. Own your mornings or your day will own you. The morning is sacred. Shojai insists that the first 15 to 30 minutes of your day sets the energetic tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and grab your phone, you're already reacting. If you rush, you're already behind. Instead, he suggests waking up with ritual. No screens for at least 30 minutes. Hydrate, stretch, breathe, touch your body, and ground into the now. Set an intention for the day. Ask, "Who do I want to be today?" He frames the morning as a spiritual doorway. Either you walk through with purpose or tumble into chaos. Key practice. The morning intention meditation. Before leaving your bed, place your hand on your heart. Breathe deeply. Say a few words that guide your day. I greet this day with clarity, calm, and kindness. Chapter 6. Create time with breath and movement. Time feels scarce when the body is tense and the breath is shallow. Shojai explains that stress compresses time. It makes us feel rushed, even when we're not. The solution? Simple. Move your body, breathe deeper, that's it. He introduces Qigong, light stretching, or even mindful walking as daily anchors to stop the time rush. Movement clears mental fog. Breath returns you to now. These acts give the illusion of more time, because they restore clarity. Key practice. The breath and move. Micro break. Set a timer every 2 hours. When it goes off, stand up. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, reach up, twist your spine, shake your arms. Just 90 seconds can reset your whole nervous system. Chapter 7. The Power of Saying No. This chapter is a game changer. Shojai doesn't mince words. Most of us are overbooked because we're afraid to disappoint. We say yes to too much, not because we want it, but because we're wired for approval. Every yes is a no to something else. Often your health, peace, or time with loved ones. He introduces mindful boundaries. Practice saying no with grace. That doesn't work for me right now. Know your capacity. Your time is your energy. Eliminate shoulds that don't serve your purpose. Key practice. The power pause. Before agreeing to anything new, take a 10-second pause, breathe, ask, "Does this align with my values? Do I have the space for this?" Chapter 8. Time blocking for the soul. Here's where we start engineering a more meaningful life. Shojai reframes time blocking not as productivity jargon, but as sacred architecture. Your calendar becomes a temple for what truly matters. He teaches us to block out time for soul nourishment first, meditation, family, nature, creativity, then add the must-dos, never the other way around. Treat those sacred blocks like appointments with the divine. Non-negotiable, he emphasizes. You don't find time, you make time. Key practice. Sunday night sacred scheduling. Each Sunday, sit quietly with your planner. Block your soul time first, then protect it like a dragon guards treasure. This is the foundation of a peaceful week. The Art of Stopping Time. Part 3. Presence over pressure. Restoring meaning to our time. Chapter 9. People are portals or black holes. Shojai gets blunt in this chapter. Not all relationships are equal. Some people energize us, others drain us. And when it comes to managing time, energy vampires are your biggest threat. He introduces the idea of energetic ROI, return on investment. Who lifts you up? Who consistently leaves you stressed, angry, or exhausted? who aligns with your values. It's not about cutting people out. It's about establishing clear emotional boundaries and choosing where and how you invest your presence. Key practice. The relationship inventory. List your top 10 regular interactions. For each, rate it. Plus, energizing, minus, draining, or 0, neutral. Then ask, where can I lovingly reduce my exposure to the negative and amplify the positive? Chapter 10. Stop emotional time leaks. We don't just lose time through traffic, meetings, or emails. We leak time through resentment, guilt, rehashing old arguments, and worrying about what hasn't happened yet. Shojai describes these as phantom timelines, imaginary loops we get stuck in that eat up mental space and emotional bandwidth, ruminating on a fight from last week, worrying about what someone might say tomorrow, fantasizing about a different life. That's time lost, and the worst part, you don't even notice it. Slipping away. Key practice. The emotional seal. Throughout your day, notice when your mind drifts into drama or regret. Inhale. Say silently, that moment is gone. Exhale. I am here now. Bring your mind and breath back together. That's presence. Chapter 11. Digital detox. Unplug to reclaim your mind. We all know it, but we need to hear it again. Our phones, laptops, and social media feeds are engineered to steal our attention. Shojai doesn't suggest living off the grid. He simply asks, are you in control of your screen time? Or is it controlling you? He lays it out clearly. Every quick check of social media is a brain reset that costs you 20 to 25 minutes of lost flow. We train our minds for distraction with every swipe. Presence becomes impossible when our focus is scattered across apps, notifications, and dopamine hits. Key practice. Digital sunset. 1 hour before bed, power down all screens. No scrolling, no emails, no texting. Let your brain recalibrate and return to stillness. He suggests reading, journaling, or stretching instead. Your sleep, creativity, and peace will thank you. Chapter 12. The art of being with people. Ever had a conversation where you could feel the other person wasn't really listening, or where you were the one distracted? Shojai argues that being fully present with others is one of the most radical acts of mindfulness, and it's one of the greatest time multipliers because it creates deeper connection, clarity, and impact in fewer minutes. He introduces the concept of sacred listening. No phone in hand, no waiting to reply, just attention, breath, and presence. This doesn't just save time. It strengthens relationships and dissolves conflict before it escalates. Key practice. The one conversation rule. Each day, pick one person, your partner, child, friend, or coworker, and give them your full, undivided attention for at least 5 minutes. No multitasking, just pure, loving presence. The art of stopping time. Part 4. Living in rhythm, leaving a legacy. Chapter 13. Tune into nature's clock. Shojai reminds us that time isn't man-made. The 9 to 5 grind, the endless race through to-do lists, that's human design, but our bodies follow natural rhythms. The sun rises and sets. The moon cycles. Our organs have energetic peak hours. He encourages us to align our days with circadian and seasonal flow. Wake with the sun. Eat when your body is hungry, not just by the clock. Honor seasonal changes. More rest in winter, more movement in spring. When you align with nature's tempo, life flows smoother. You don't feel behind because you're not racing artificial time. Key practice. Sunrise sync. Wake with the sun at least once a week. Watch it rise, breathe deeply. Let it remind you you are part of something vast and timeless. Chapter 14. Aging as a sacred passage. Aging is often feared in our culture, seen as decline, loss, or irrelevance. Shojai flips that script completely. He says, aging is wisdom accumulating. Every wrinkle is a memory. Every gray hair is a moment survived. Every slowed step is an invitation to deeper presence. This chapter invites us to embrace time's passage, not fight it. Don't waste energy chasing youth. Instead, ask, am I growing wiser, gentler, more awake? Time doesn't steal beauty. It reveals it if we're watching. Key practice. The elder letter. Write a letter to your future older self, 20, 30, even 40 years from now. What do you want them to know? What legacy do you hope they've lived into? Chapter 15. The Sacred Art of Completion. One reason we feel like time slips away is because we don't finish things. We leave conversations unresolved, goals half done, projects started and abandoned. These loose threads weigh us down. Shojai teaches us to value closure. End your day intentionally. Finish what matters and release what doesn't. Let go of what's no longer aligned. Completion clears space, and in that space, you can breathe. Key practice. The daily closure ritual. Before bed, ask, what did I finish today? What can I let go of? Journal one sentence. Today, I release, and allow the day to close like a peaceful chapter. Chapter 16. Gratitude stops time. The final chapter is the heart of it all. Shojai says the fastest, most powerful way to stop time is this. Be fully present in a moment and give thanks for it. Gratitude brings us into the now like nothing else. It softens the edges of stress, draws beauty into focus, and makes ordinary moments feel extraordinary. A deep breath on your porch, the sound of a loved one's laughter, the warmth of your hands around a cup of tea. These are timeless moments if we're awake enough to feel them. Key practice. The 3-point gratitude reset. Anytime you feel scattered, pause and name 3 things you're grateful for right now. Speak them out loud. Feel them. Let them hold you in place. Conclusion. Remember this truth, for it will serve you as faithfully as any law of success ever written. Time, like wealth, must be directed by definiteness of purpose. Thousands pass through life bankrupt not of money, but of presence. They have allowed the minutes to dictate their destiny rather than mastering the moments that shape it. Pedram Shojai's lessons echo what every great builder of fortunes and legacies has known, that the mind, when harnessed, becomes the master of time. That the spirit, when centered, can slow time to a crawl, and that a definite aim, pursued with clarity and gratitude, brings not just riches, but peace. Too many chase the illusion of more time, as though it were hiding in tomorrow's to-do list. But listen well, time is not found, it is claimed. It is claimed by the man or woman who rises early, breathes deeply, chooses wisely, and lives deliberately. If you would stop time, you must stop wasting it. If you would become master of your fate, you must become master of your minutes. Let your days reflect your purpose. Let your hours echo your values. And above all, be present. For in presence, you hold the power of kings. Organize your mind. Direct your spirit. Command your time. Read the book to learn more. Thanks for listening to Book Buzz reviews and summaries.